Yeah, we're good. Eric Zilla here. So I'm subscribed to this one YouTuber, Toy Adventures. I've been subscribed to this guy for quite a while, ever since his first videos of his Fallen Kingdom figures. And he just released a new video of regards to the Jurassic World Dominion Striking War Giganotosaurus. And I have a few words about it, and it's gonna be in one certain part of the video that I just can't not get enough of, man. I just can't. I have to say it, man. I have to say it.
And I just really can't find too many positives with it, so let's just go ahead and get the elephant out of the room. What is this?
It's called a gimmick. It's called a stationary gimmick for a toy. 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 This is something that every Jurassic World / Jurassic Park tour viewer always points out when it comes to the Giganotosaurus, the new Strike and Devour Giganotosaurus. Now, they all have one thing in common, and they all say the exact same thing. The gimmick is shit, basically. And there's a thing about it, is that many of them at the same time, and many of them are, and keep in mind that many of these reviewers are collectors. They collect Kenner, they collect a few Mattel, and I'm pretty sure they have a few Hasbro, or not. I don't even know. But basically what I'm saying is that when you really look at it, man, the gimmick is not really that bad. It really isn't something to be screaming to the sky and just freaking everything else like that. It's really nothing to be screaming about. But this guy right here, man, this guy, Toy Ventures, he has a lot to say about this.
Going on, Mattel? Um, this boggles the mind how this got out the front door. Who approved this? Who said yes? Who said it was okay? This looked good. It was a functioning toy. It's like the Giganotosaurus can't catch a break. It got an absolutely atrocious role in the movie, and now it has an absolutely atrocious toy. So let's.
I will not deny that the Giganotosaurus in the film wasn't really portrayed well, and especially with the marketing, it being labeled as the Joker of the film, it really just ruined the Giganotosaurus as a whole. It really just ruined the film for me. That's something that I forgot to mention. I myself did not really particularly enjoyed Jurassic World Dominion. There were some enjoyable scenes here and there, like the black market scene. That was very interesting to see, and of course the character Owen trying to outrun the raptors, coming across the Carnotaurus and the Allosaurus. That whole scene was really awesome. Um, but yeah, the film wasn't the best, nor was it the worst. But I will say, though, however, the final fight was very much the worst. But anyway, I digress. Obviously, as you can see here, he mentions that the figure is already trashed. Now, as I already mentioned already, this is a toy. All right, let's keep this in mind. Toy. All right, we understand toys. Obviously, as adults, as adult collectors, as I should say, we're gonna be seeing it as a way where in which this looks like dog shit. Well, it may look like dog shit to you, but to a kid, it could be something else. That's the one main demographic that we're going for. Kids. Mattel, while they do think of their fans, and that's why there's such things as the Hammond collection. There's that. And obviously, there are these, which are toys. And what are their main demographic? Kids. Why is Toy Adventures going apeshit over a fucking toy is beyond me. But I will say this, man. He really goes apeshit on this, man. He really does.
Hope and pray that Mattel has a second Giganotosaurus coming to the pipeline, because if this is our only Giganotosaurus until the eventual way down the line Hammond collection one, we are truly doomed, because this is terrible. This isn't even kind of good. This is just.
Okay, just visually looking at it, it looks good, man. Sure, there are some missing parts of it, but at the same time, you gotta understand it's a toy. And also at the same time, I'm pretty sure they just want to save on money and stuff and cost when it comes to detailing the figures and their toys. Sorry, I keep going back and forth with figure and toys, but basically what I'm saying is they have to do all this and that. It looks good, is what I'm saying. It looks good. Like there's nothing. I don't see anything wrong with it. Exactly, it is what it is. It is exactly what it was marketed as: a strike and roar Giganotosaurus, and that's what we got. Everyone going apeshit over. Oh my goodness, man! This toy, bro. This toy is gonna be good. But then once they have it physically, they're just like, I don't know, man. This wasn't what I expected. This is garbage, and this is blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, my dude, it's a fucking toy.
Bad. You cannot get the Giganotosaurus into a normal standing pose. You have the option
What do you mean? It's literally standing right now.
of them swaying to this side, swaying to that side, and there is no.
Well, maybe instead of just swinging it back and forth like that, maybe actually find a spot where it actually can have a decent pose. It's so like not difficult. It really isn't. I don't understand how these people, not to say that like Toy Adventures is in particular, but like some people that are like this, thinking they always have to be like, oh, this is it, when it's like you can make do with what you got, you know, just make do with what you got, or you could do what this guy did and just freaking straight up customize the damn thing.
These parts are actually glued in, so the only way to take it apart is to cut through it. And then I pried it open with with a butter knife, and then I positioned it inside of the front part of the torso and then inside the second half too. Now this toy is completely posable at the torso. It can be moved up and down and twisted in all directions. Jumping action or roaring action, whatever you'd like to call it, works beautifully because I just put everything back in its place.
Not gonna lie, that's even cooler than the original toy came out. But at the same time, I also like the gimmick here. I personally really love the gimmick. I love the gimmicks of some of these Jurassic World, Mattel Jurassic World toys. Some of them are pretty good. Some of them are hit and miss. Some of them I don't. Some of them I just pretty much skip on because I'm not a massive collector. But at the same time, if a certain toy catches my eye, whether it has a gimmick or not, I will most likely get it. And if something doesn't catch my eye or anything like that, I don't get it. That is something that some Jurassic World / Jurassic Park collectors don't seem to process when they're getting some of these toys here. Is that you don't really have to get it if you don't like it. So yeah, Toy Adventures. If you didn't like the Giganotosaurus, at least this one, why did you buy it? Like, I understand, like, yeah, this dinosaur, this toy that that represents the Giganotosaurus appeared in Jurassic World Dominion. I do understand that you want to get all the dinosaurs that appeared in the film, but at the same time, like, why are you gonna bitch about it? You know, like, I really just I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, no in between. You cannot have it. If you try and get it to the pose in the right way, it's like when you try and push two magnets together. It just won't go. There's no possible way that this will work. It is so unimaginably bad.
There's literally different ways of keeping it in a certain pose. There are different things you can do. You could stick a piece of clay in there. You could stick a piece of an eraser in between the plastic so it could hold its pose. There are so many different things you can do with it. But no, some people like this always have to nitpick and always see the bad side of every single freaking toy they spend their money on. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is a toy.
And that is just my first issue with this thing. Is that you cannot pose it in a good-looking way, period. So that makes this thing useless for pictures. It makes it
Like I just pointed out, there are ways in which you could still take a picture of it, even when it still has that gimmick.
useless for posing. You can literally only play with this in its intended gimmick. This is on par with a Hasbro first movie toy.
Now, that is the point. Its intended purpose. It's meant for a kid. These are not meant for collectors. That's why there are such things as the Hammond collection or the freaking Amber collection that they freaking stopped doing because, you know, that didn't really get a lot of attention, I guess, or money costs. I don't even know why the Amber collection stopped, but they stopped. And now there's the Hammond collection. There's the Hammond collection that you can get, you know? And, you know, maybe you'll have to wait patiently for a Giganotosaurus, perfectly articulated figure of the Giganotosaurus. But no, you have to nitpick on this. And like I said, you know, these are for kids. That is what its intended purpose is. It's meant for kids. It's a toy. It's a freaking toy, bro. It's literally a toy. Oh boy.
In my opinion. I know, big gasp. What? Yes, this thing is absolutely atrocious. Now let's look at its play gimmicks. Now this is called the Strike and Roar. So you have this gimmick. I don't know what this is supposed
Look
to
at
be.
that. Look at that. You see that's cool. Like, cause get this right. Like maybe with the combination of the biting and the swinging around, you could have some very good playability with that. And I can see a kid like having a blast with this toy. But obviously with this lord over here, he obviously doesn't see that.
Is it striking? It looks like it's dancing. It looks like it's dancing.
Yeah, you could have it a dance too if you wanted to. When you really think about it, bro, it's really just meant for kids and collectors second. And that is something that I have like imprinted in my brain. Like I understand that that's what it's meant for. I understand that's the gimmick. I'm not gonna lie, I want to try that custom though. So I'll probably get if I had the money, I would probably buy 2 Giganotosauruses. Or maybe 3, because I like to get one for my nephew actually. I feel like my nephew would really love this.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty cool mouth gimmick. I like that. Look at that.
Of course
It
you
looks
do.
so natural.
Well, I mean, wait, what? I mean, natural. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, natural. Yeah.
If only that was paired up with a better gimmick. This mouth gimmick is actually. Ugh. It looks like he sounded like he took some damage. This mouth gimmick is actually really cool. The mouth opening and roaring.
But you literally just said earlier in the video that this was trash, that this was garbage, and that this was probably the worst Giganotosaurus toy ever. You can't just freaking go back and say like, oh, maybe this thing is cool. It does have its cool things and this and that.
Super smooth and natural. It just feels good. It's a very nice mouth gimmick and it looks very natural, but it is paired up with possibly the worst gimmick. I don't think even, like, I think this one even sinks below Hasbro's level with just how dumb and goneless whoever designed this was. Like, come on, this couldn't have been approved. This had to have been snuck out of the facility. I cannot imagine Mattel said, oh, that's how it permanently looks?
Look at that freaking fat freaking thumb. So yeah, he pretty much just ends it off like that, and pretty much at the end of the video, he just says like, you know, like, oh, there are some good aspects to the toy and this and that and freaking just everything else and freaking blah blah blah, and pretty much just contradicts on everything what he said in the beginning of the video. But basically, at the same time, this whole thing was just a shit show, bro. I don't know, man. Freaking Jurassic World / Jurassic Park collectors out there bitching over a fucking toy. and bitching over a fucking gimmick and this and that. Like, I don't know, man. I don't understand. I don't know. I can't explain it. Maybe they just genuinely don't like the gimmick and this and that. But I don't know. I will be looking forward to the Giganotosaurus once it comes out over here in Cali, cause holy shit, it has not came out yet. But I'll look forward to it. So hopefully I'll be able to do a tour review on this guy eventually. But at the moment, no. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing really much else to it, man. I just want to give you guys a quick little video because I don't know, this kind of just like I don't know. So yeah, I don't know what to call this. A my thoughts video. Yeah, I guess it's more of a my thoughts video. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Toy Adventures Jurassic World Dominion Strike and Roar Giganotosaurus review. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys again with another video or possibly another episode of my fan series. So yeah, see you guys in the next one and sign off.